Hello crafters, we should be live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you all so much for joining me for the launch of the new Winter Wonderland collection. So we know that lots of you have seen the sneak peeks of this one up on Facebook and of course on YouTube as well. You might have seen the little unboxing of this one this morning, and we know that lots of you are really excited for this collection to launch. So it will be on sale from 6 p.m. this evening over on our website at www.chloescreativecards.co.uk. So thank you all for joining me so far. Let's have a little look and see who we have got on today. So hello to Karen, hello Ayesha, Christine's watching. Hello Christine, hello to Linda. Hello to Joanna, hello Enid. Oh my word, there are so many of you joining me. For some reason I seem to be getting my comments on Facebook on my iPad, but not YouTube. Not quite sure why. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. I can see that we've got viewers from the USA and Australia as well. So we are international this afternoon, which is super exciting. So as you can see in the background here, we have got a little selection of the finished cards that have been made with this fabulous Winter Wonderland collection. And it is stunning. If you loved White Christmas that we brought out, my word, I bet it was about three, maybe 4 years ago now. White Christmas, you will absolutely adore this collection. It is kind of a similar vibe, but it has got beautiful turquoise, blue, white, silver foiling, absolutely stunning. So I have got the I Need It All kit in front of me and I'm going to unbox this with you all. Now I'll warn you now, this is a hefty kit. The box itself for the I Need It All is over 2 kilos. So it's a real hefty kit, this one. There are lots of different elements in it and we have of course done the big I Need It All collection. But if you want to, you can buy some of the elements individually too. So let me pop the overhead camera in. There we go. And then you can have a little look. I'm going to put Chloe Cam in as well because we might show you some things on there too. So the I Need It All collection, of course, comes in our lovely raspberry pink box. So when you open this up, you will see all of the goodies that you have got inside. So this is seriously jam-packed. We have got lots and lots of beautiful elements in here. We've got the new little inspiration sheets as well that have arrived. So you've got 4 card projects on the front and then you've got a lovely project on the back as well. And you have got a little QR code that you can scan and it'll take you to the Winter Wonderland playlist on YouTube too. So lots and lots of ideas and inspirations already. So when we dive into the collection, this is where we're going to start. So to start with, I'm going to show you the stamps and dies because these are gorgeous. So we have got the beautiful Wonderland Poinsettia stamp and die set. So this is a really detailed 8-petal poinsettia, which is going to be beautiful for building up. Of course, we've done it more in kind of white, blue, silver, turquoise to tie in with this collection, but you could do them in more traditional colours as well. Really beautiful. You've got some little stamen in the middle that you can twist so you can kind of quill them to add to the middle of your flowers. So that is the Wonderland Poinsettia. What I've done is pulled out a couple of card samples as well to show you as we go along with the unboxing. So this is the poinsettia here. So you can see this one's been stamped and embossed onto the vellum and then layered up. And then this is the one that Christine's done where she's just used the dye but done it all in white and glittered it. And it honestly, it looks absolutely stunning. So that is your Wonderland Poinsettia. And again, you've got that in 3 different sizes. And I'm also going to explain how this matches up with another die set that we've got coming soon. So you've got your 3 different sizes and you've got your centres and you've got a couple of extra leaves in there as well. So really, really pretty, really versatile. Again, maybe it's not just for Christmas. You could use this one all year round too. So that's your Wonderland Poinsettia. Next up in the stamp and die set, I'm going to show you this one, which is the Winter Wonderland Tree Border. And this is stunning. You've got a beautiful metal die here that's going to cut the tops of those trees out. And then you've also got the lovely tree border You've got a little individual tree stamp as well, and you've got a sentiment which says, "May your Christmas be filled with magic and sparkle." And that is embellished absolutely beautifully with lots of little stars in the background. So the concept behind this one was so that you could create cards but cut the front away. So it creates that little tree kind of scene. Absolutely beautiful. And then we've used some of the backing papers behind as well. Really, really lovely. So that one is your Winter Wonderland tree border. But again, you can use it with different elements of the kit, and you'll see that as we go along. Next up in the Stamp and Dies, we've got a handwritten Merry Christmas, which is stunning. So this is a real nice large Merry Christmas stamp and die set. So you can stamp this and then die cut it out to create that lovely kind of real pretty like the outline of the Merry Christmas with the text in the middle. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So that is your handwritten Merry Christmas. And if I grab in one of the finished card samples to show you here, you can see how that works. So we've stamped and embossed the Merry Christmas onto some crystal white card, and then we've die cut that out to add that onto this project here. Really lovely. Next up in the Stamp and Dies, we have got, drum roll, the Winter Wonderland Ice Skate Stamp and Die set. So this is different to the ice skate that we've done previously. So we've kind of listened to your feedback, and we brought this mainly as a die, so you can use the die as a standalone, but we've got some stamped elements that go with it as well. So what you've got is you've got your beautiful skate die, and you've got the holes in, because we noticed that a lot of you enjoyed lacing up the one that we've done previously. So we've popped the holes in to make that super easy so that you can lace up the boot. But then what we've done is made this interchangeable, so you can create different patterns on the ice skate. So if you want to, if you're not a stamper and you just want to cut this out from patterned papers, you can do, and it will look stunning. Or you can use these elements here. So you've got either a starry pattern or a snowflake pattern that you can use to stamp onto the ice skate. And I'm going to show you that when I demo it. You've also got two little sentiments here. So you've got Merry Christmas and so Snow Much Fun. So what you can then do is take that little sentiment and you can actually stamp it along the bottom of the boot. It's been curved so it fits in that way. So that's another different way that you can use these. You've then got some snowflake elements, some little branches and some holly sprigs. So if you want to, you can be tucking those into the top of the ice skates. So that one is your Winter Wonderland ice skate. And to give you an idea of the size of the ice skate die is 7.9 centimetres by 7.2 centimetres. So you can see it's a really nice size die for putting like a pair of skates on your card. It works really well on your 8x8s, your 6x6s, your A5s as well. So you've got plenty of variety with this one. So that's your Winter Wonderland ice skate. So that's all your stamp and die sets. And this is a little idea of what you can be creating. So you can see how we've die cut out the boot, and can you see how we've got the lovely kind of like little pierce detail just along the edge there, which looks gorgeous. And then we've got the holes so that you can do that lacing up. You have got a little topper die as well, but we've covered that with some white fur on this sample here. And then you can of course be adding all of your beautiful sparklicious glitters onto them too. Really lovely. So that one is your Winter Wonderland ice skate stamp and die set. Next up, I want to talk to you about our On the Edge dies. So you may remember, if you followed us for quite a while, we did some beautiful dies. It must have been back in about 2019, and we did butterflies and flowers, but they were designed to cut away from the edge of your card like this. Well, we thought they would be amazing to do for Christmas, so we brought you two brand new designs. We've got the On the Edge poinsettias, which is this one here. So basically you get 3 dies in the set. So you get your middle panel, and then you get 2 edges as well. So you can cut it out, you can cut this particular one in, or you can cut away from the edge of your card and create these lovely shaped 5x7 cards. So we've got the On the Edge poinsettias, which is this one here. And this is the kind of project that you can be creating with that one. Absolutely beautiful. And you can see on this one, it's one of those 3D dies. So all of the little holly leaves lift to give you this fabulous 3-dimensional effect. And that then creates the front of your card blank. Absolutely gorgeous. So that one's your on the edge poinsettia, and we've also got a lovely on the edge snowflake as well. So this one's a little bit different because we couldn't cut the snowflakes out and leave them in the card. It cuts out this beautiful kind of trail of snowflakes, but then you've got your 2 edge dies, so you can glitter that up and then stick that on the edge like this, and it creates that lovely 3D effect. Absolutely beautiful. Or you can die cut lots of these out and use them to create a background as well, which you'll see in some of the other finished samples. So that one is the on the edge snowflake border. So those are the dies. Next up, I would like to talk to you about some of the stamps. So first up, we have got this one here, which is the Winter Wonderland Starry Accents. So if I flip this over, you'll be able to see how we've got these beautiful starry designs. Now this looks quite plain, and I feel like this, because we've got so many beautiful elements in this collection, this one may get overlooked, but I'm going to stamp and emboss it to show you later, because these are absolutely gorgeous. It looks amazing for creating backgrounds. It gives you like that stardust type effect, really pretty, really sparkly. So you've got 4 different designs in here, and then if I show you how I've used this on a card sample, can you see how I've stamped the little trails in the background here? Really, really lovely. And you can just see how it just adds to that project. It doesn't kind of take away too much, but it really adds and gives that beautiful effect just in the background. So that one is your Starry Accents. Next up, we have got the beautiful Winter Wonderland Snowflake border, and this is a big DL stamp. This is beautiful again for creating backgrounds. You can stamp and emboss this one. Looks really lovely on a DL card as well, just with a sentiment. Stamped and embossed onto vellum, absolutely stunning. And this one, let me find the card sample to show you. You can see I've stamped and embossed that in silver, just down the middle, added some jewels on, and then added some of these really special snowflakes as well. So you can see how beautiful that then looks. So that one is your Winter Wonderland Snowflake border, which is stunning, really lovely. Definitely one that you're going to use a lot. Next up, we have got 2 sentiments. So we've got 2 little A7 sentiments, and these are fantastic for using on the front of your cards, but also to stamp your inserts as well inside. So we have got this one here, which if I flip it over, it's A7 in size, so that gives you an idea of how big this is. Sent with warmest thoughts and best wishes for a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year. You've then got lots of little stars and snowflakes all dotted around the edge, which is going to be perfect for just adding that little bit of embellishment to your sentiments too. So that's really lovely. And Christine's used this one on this finished sample here. So she's used the on the edge snowflake either side. She's used some of the vellum as well. And then she's used that sentiment on an oval in the middle, so you can see how beautiful that then looks. Really nice, crisp and clear sentiments. Again, perfect for the front or perfect for the inside of your projects as well. Next up, we've got the little wishing you a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year. Again, this is an A7 stamp. It's absolutely perfect for using on the front of your cards or on the insides as well. So this one says wishing you a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year. And again, you've got all of those little embellishments going all the way around the edge too. So you can see how pretty that one then looks. If I bring that down, you can see the full card. So that one is the second sentiment that you are getting in this collection. Next up, we have got, oh my word, what am I going to show you? I'm going to show you this one next because I'm super excited about it. We have got the brand new 3D embossing folder. This is the crystal snowflake, and you get the metal dies to cut the snowflakes out. Now seriously, I'm going to demo this one because I absolutely love it. It's something a little bit different to what we've done in the past, but I'm going to show you some different ways to use it. It looks incredible embossed onto a mirror card. So can you see how you've got that 3D embossing, and it gives you that almost crystallized effect on the snowflakes? So the idea behind this was, do you know those really beautiful Christmas tree ornaments that you can get that are crystal or glass? That kind of effect, but I wanted to bring that to you in an embossing folder so you get that texture. but you can see how these look. You've then got the dies that coordinate that are going to cut these out, and it is just fabulous. So on mirror card it looks amazing, but if I grab this sample here, this is that same snowflake but just done on white card and inked. Absolutely beautiful. So that one is the Crystal Snowflake 3D embossing folder and die set. Now we haven't got quite as many of this one as we have of the rest of the collection because it's something new, but I really hope that you love it as much as I do, because I've been absolutely thrilled with how that one's turned out. Now, of course, we needed to bring you a beautiful 5x7 snowflake border as well. So we've got a gorgeous 3D embossing folder, which is embellished with beautiful snowflakes all the way around the edge. You might be able to see that a little bit better on the back there. But this is stunning. It looks amazing embossed on your pearl card or inked as well. It looks fab. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do. So if I grab this card in here, there we go. You can see how we've got that 3D snowflake border going around the edge there. Really, really pretty. You can be glittering this up. You can be adding your little jewels onto there as well. But you can see how pretty that one is. So that's your Winter Wonderland Snowflake border 3D embossing folder. Okay. Next up, you have all been going quite crazy over this one on socials. The beautiful paper pad. I absolutely love this one. So this is the Winter Wonderland 8x8 foiled Christmas paper pad. And this is the only foiled paper pad that we've done for Christmas this year. But I felt like this collection was really luxurious and I thought it needed foiled paper pads, so we've gone for it. So we've got beautiful snowflake designs in here. We've got lovely text designs. This one's really pretty with that snowy kind of effect. We've got loads of other snowflake designs. We've got stars, we've got holly leaves in here. There are loads of different designs in here. But there is a lot in this collection. So that is your beautiful paper pad. You are getting 16 designs, 3 sheets of each, which gives you 48 sheets in total. So the colour theme on this paper pad is all turquoise, white, blue, and it's got that beautiful silver foiling on there. It's absolutely gorgeous. I feel like lots of you will probably add an extra one of this into your shopping basket. So that's your foiled paper pad. Next up, it just keeps going. Again, you have all been loving this. We've got a brand new pack of designer printed vellum. So we have got 10 designs. You get 5 sheets of each, 50 sheets in total. This is the Snowflake Flurry printed vellum, and this is stunning. So very, very similar colours to the paper pad, but we've also popped a little bit of navy in here. So I'm going to open this one up. Actually, I might have one open over there. Let me just grab this one. Yes, I have. Rather than watching me struggle on with the plastic, I've got a one that's already open here. So the vellum is gorgeous. These are the kind of designs that you are going to get. So do you know that effect, like when you get in your car in the winter? You can tell I love this time of year. And the windscreen's all frosted and you sit inside. That's the kind of effect that some of these folders have got, these vellums have got. So really, really pretty. So if I clump a few of these together, you'll be able to see the colour. So you've got that beautiful one in the turquoise. We've got lovely little stars as well. And of course, because these are vellum, they are slightly translucent. They are absolutely stunning. Perfect for doing your flowers onto as well. Die cut beautifully. That's another one of the same there. We've got a beautiful kind of snowy effect as well. This is fabulous. And again, you can see that translucence that you get with the vellum. Really pretty with all the little kind of snowdrops on there as if it's blizzarding. This one with the beautiful snowflakes. And this is more of like a turquoisey teal colour. Again, if I gather those up, you can see the colour a little bit better there and the pattern. Absolutely stunning. We've got this one that's kind of like that magical snowfall type effect. Really lovely. Again, this is more of like a turquoisey teal colour on this one. A little bit more muted. Really pretty though. We've got some tiny stars in navy as well. And again, you can see that translucence that you get with these. absolutely stunning. So that gives you an idea of the colour of that one. Next up again, it's one of those kind of windscreen-like patterns. Really pretty, so you can see that gorgeous kind of icy design there. And then when you gather those together, that gives you an idea of the colours. Next up, we have got beautiful snowflakes all over in a lovely dark blue colour. And again, gather that up. And that then gives you an idea of the colour. Next up, we have got this lovely kind of, it's like an icy effect. I don't know how well this one will pick up on camera. It's a little bit more subtle. But you can see how pretty that one is. Absolutely gorgeous. And then we've got snowflakes as well. And then I think, are we back to the beginning? Yeah, I think we're back to the beginning then. So then we've got lovely snowflakes. This would make an amazing wrap card as well. Imagine if you just kind of folded. Well, actually, I wouldn't fold it in half. I'd maybe make my card a little bit smaller than A5 and then you could get 2 out of 1 sheet. But you can imagine how lovely that would look with a beautiful tag and a sentiment on there. But again, you can see that translucence that you are getting with the vellum. So that is your Snowflake Flurry Vellum. So again, that is coming in the I Need It All kit. Absolutely beautiful. Pop that to one side. Next up, can you remember earlier in the year we brought you foiled foliage on acetate? We have done the same for Christmas. So this is gorgeous. You've got lots of different designs in here. And this is amazing. You are going to be able to glitter this with all of your Sparklicious glitters. And again, you've got designs foiled in gold and designs foiled in silver. So we've got this beautiful one here. So you can see how you've got the little mistletoe on there. You've got holly, you've got leaves, you've got swirls. Absolutely gorgeous. And the thing is, if you are not using much gold this Christmas, you can flip that over and just use the silver on the back instead if you wanted to. So that's the first design. So you're going to get that in gold and in silver. And you get 3 sheets of each. The second design that we've got, again, contains kind of little branches, little swirls, little poinsettia leaves as well. Really, really pretty. So you can see how lovely that one is. So you've got that one in gold and you have also got that one in silver. So again, you get 3 sheets of each. So that's 12 sheets in total. And that is our beautiful festive foliage foiled acetate. So again, I'm sure that that is a one that you are going to be using an awful lot. Okay then, next up we have got our lovely Winter Wonderland bling box. So let me just pop this back into the bag. There we go. So we thought that we'd need a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of bling for this collection, but not necessarily glitter, because we've already got a lot that will go really well with this collection. So we thought we'd bring you a gorgeous bling box. So you've got 4 different colours in here. Again, you've got the large, the medium and the small. So I think it's 5, 6 and 8 mil from memory. These all have the Aurora Borealis coating and they are stunning. I've got one that's open here. So let me show you this one. And the colours have been chosen specifically to coordinate with the paper pad and the vellum. So you can see the gorgeous colours that we've got in here. So we've got blues, turquoise, navy, really, really pretty colours. They are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so that is your bling box. So that is everything from this collection. It is huge. So within the I Need It All, you are going to get your vellum. You are going to get your acetate. You are going to get your 8x8 foiled paper pad. You are going to get that beautiful bling box. You're going to get your 5x7 embossing folder with the snowflake frame. You are going to get your 5x7 crystal snowflake embossing folder and die set. Again, really hope you love this because I've got lots of ideas as to where we can go with this. You are going to get your Winter Wonderland snowflake border stamp. You are going to get your Starry Accents stamp. You are going to get your 2 little A7 sentiments as well. You are going to get your On the Edge snowflake border die. your On the Edge Poinsettias die, your Winter Wonderland Ice Skate stamp and die set, your Handwritten Merry Christmas stamp and die set, and your Wonderland Poinsettia stamp and die set, and your Winter Wonderland Tree Border stamp and die set. You are also going to get the little inspiration sheet as well, because they've just arrived with us, so we'll be popping those in with the orders. So that is everything. It is a huge collection, and honestly, like, we tried to kind of be like, could we take this out, could we cut down on this, but I felt like we just needed it all because it all coordinates and works so beautifully together. I want to show you as well, actually, before I reveal the price, how you can do this with the vellum. So I've used the vellum, I've covered it with a double-sided adhesive sheet and then cut a load of the snowflakes out from the On the Edge snowflake, stuck them over the top and covered it with glitter. But look at the beautiful effect that that gives you. It is so sparkly and lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. So that is the full collection. There is an awful lot in there, so I'm going to give you the price now. So if you bought all of the items individually, it will be £208.84. So we've done a really special saving on this one. So it's just under 20% off. If you buy the I Need It All bundle, it is £167 for everything that I have just shown you. And honestly, what you are going to be able to create with this kit is amazing. There are so many different elements in here, but they are absolutely beautiful, and you are going to be able to do so much with them. So I've got 3 demos planned for today. Let me pop the little camera back on there, that I would love to share with you all. So I'm going to pop some graphics in of some finished card samples. Let me have a look. Yeah, we've got finished card samples. Oh, actually, I've got a graphic of the vellum. I might put that one in, then you can have a little look at the designs. While I get the bits and pieces out for the first demo, I'm going to show you that crystal snowflake first, because I am obsessed with it and I hope that you all love it as much as I do. I'll give you some suggestions for cards and glitters as we're going through. But yes, that is the Winter Wonderland collection. And I know that lots of you have been waiting for this one. We've kind of teased you with it. So I really hope that you all love it as much as I do. Like, we've had so much fun creating this. So really proud to bring this one to you all today. Okay then. So I'm going to pop the little graphic in. I'm going to use the vellum one. Then you can have a little look at the designs. And then I am going to get my demo ready. So I'll be back with you in a moment. Right then, so we are going to start off by creating a card using the gorgeous crystal snowflakes. So let me just sort the bits and pieces out. I've got Chloe Cam set up over here, so I'm just sorting out so I can show you things. Just thinking there. Right then, so to start with, we're going to make a 6x8 card. So I've trimmed my card blank down to 6x8 inches. And then I've taken one of the beautiful papers from the paper pad. So this is that lovely foiled snowflake one. Absolutely gorgeous. We're going to flip that round. We're going to pop a little bit of glue just onto the back. Like so. And then we're going to stick that down onto our card blank. Now, I've already edged this with a little bit of Crystallina. Crystallina is a really good one to use with this collection. Chunky Crystallina, any of the kind of silvery ones work really well. So we've stuck that down onto our base card. I've then got a piece of silver mirror card with a bit of white card on the top. I'm going to stick this one down, and that's going to create our little mat. So that's going to go onto there. Okay. And then next up, I have got a piece of white card that I've trimmed down to 5 by 7 inches. I'm going to pop that inside that beautiful snowflake border 3D embossing folder. Like so. Now, of course, as this is a 3D embossing folder, you need to adjust your plate combination accordingly for your machine. So I'm using the Gemini, so it's my base plate and my plastic shim. I'm going to send that through my die cutting machine. I'm going to grab that at the other side, and then when I reveal this, you can see how beautiful that embossing is on that folder. If I turn this round, actually, I'm going to put it in on the other camera. There we go. You might just be able to see a little bit better how beautiful and deep that is there. There we go. So I'm going to grab in some scrap paper. I'm going to do a little bit of inking onto this one here. So I'll pop the overhead camera back in because I think it's a little bit easier to see me ink on that one. So just grab a sheet of scrap paper here. And then I've got 3 different distress inks. So we're going to use tumbled glass, blueprint sketch and peacock feathers. Okay, so these are distress oxide ink pads. So I'm going to start off with my palest one, which is tumbled glass. I'm going to just start by inking all the way around this beautiful snowflake frame design. And you can see how that just starts to highlight that lovely embossing. So I'm just going to work around and add a bit of ink onto there. I'm going to go in with my next one now, which is peacock feathers. So nice and lightly going in and just inking over the top, like so. Just working all the way around, adding that ink onto here. Then I'm going to take a little bit of that blueprint sketch, just a little bit of that one. Just going to start to blend that over the top. And again, you can see how beautiful this then is. And the lovely finish that that then gives you. So just inking all the way around. And then we can see how lovely that then looks. Okay, so what we're then going to do is we are going to take our guillotine. So let me just grab my trimmer. I'm going to trim this down. So I'm going to trim the edges off like this. Off the top as well. I'm just going to measure that on my base card. Normally I'd have done this the other way around so I could see what I was doing, but you can see how that is all tied in beautifully together. So I'm going to pop that to one side, and while I've popped that to one side, we are going to use that beautiful crystal snowflake embossing folder. So I'm going to do this. I'm not going to use the mirror card one, but I'm going to do it on mirror card to show you. Just to show you how lovely this looks when it's embossed. So I'm just making sure I don't get it too far up to the top of the folder, because I think sometimes you can end up creasing it a little bit. So again, 3D embossing folder. So we've got our base plate and our plastic shim. I'm going to send that through the Gemini and we'll grab it when it gets to the other side. Lift that out. And then can you see the 3D effect that you get with these snowflakes? They are absolutely beautiful. So what you can then do is you can take the dies that coordinate, pop them over the top and cut them out. But I'm going to run it through on white card because we're actually going to do some inked ones for this particular project. So you're going to take your white card, pop it into the folder, run that through your die cutting machine again, like so. And then we'll grab that at the other side. We're going to lift that out and then we're going to take our inks and start to ink this one up a little bit. So if I hold that up, can you see the 3D effect that you get with these? Honestly, absolutely beautiful. Even if you wanted to do that just as a little card front on its own would look really lovely. So again, I'm going to use the same 3 colours. So I've got tumbled glass, which I'm going to start with. And what I would recommend with when you're doing this one is be quite light with your pressure with the blending brushes, because then it kind of just skims over the top and highlights that 3D finish. So you're going to go in with your blending brush and just blend, blend, blend over the top. So that one is tumbled glass that I'm using first. So it's got a little bit of blue on there. Next up, we're going to use a little bit of peacock feathers. And again, I'm tapping but tapping off because I want to be really nice and light with these. So I'm going in and adding a little bit of colour just onto here, like so. And you can see how you can really build this up. And you can add as much or as little as you like. So you can just keep building up the colour. So again, a little bit of blueprint sketch. Inking that up, adding that lovely bit of blue onto here. Okay, and then when we take the dies, we're going to take these and just overlay them on the top here. And because it's embossed, it kind of gives you like a little ridge that the die like locks into, I think. It's probably the best way to describe. So I'm going to stick that there, and then we're going to take this one and take this one in place as well. So just a little bit of low tack tape to hold those dies down in place, and then we're going to take the smaller snowflake and pop that over the top. Like so. I feel like I've just got some glitter in my eye there. There we go. And then we're going to take our base plate, our plastic shim. Going to pop this down, and then we're going to take our cutting plate and put that over the top, and then run this through our Gemini. And because the die kind of protects the embossing, it's not going to squish it too much. So if I run this through, I will show you what I mean. What I did find is if I did it and just die cut one, it squished the others. But if you do all 3 together, they die cut out beautifully. So it takes a little bit of shuffling just to get these out. Here we go. So you've got this one here, this little one here. Just got that caught there, and then we've got the smallest one here. Again, just give it a little shuffle just to get it out, and there we go. So then you can see with the snowflakes how you've still got that 3D effect, and if I flip them over, you can see on the back how they're still sculpted as well. So that's your first one. That's your second design, that lovely kind of geometric type snowflake. And then the smaller one as well. Okay, so what I've then done is I've gone in and I've glittered the snowflakes up a little bit. So I've just added a little bit of Crystallina onto these, and I've also added some of the jewels from the bling box as well, so you can see how pretty that looks. So I've got a large one, a medium one, and then I've got 2 of the smaller ones as well. and I've just glittered those up. So what we're then going to do is start to layer these together. So I've already got some little foam pads on the back of here. Just start to peel the backs away. There we go. I'm going to just start to layer this all up together. Like so. That's your first one. And then the next one, we're going to layer this one up over the top as well. So we'll just get the backs off of those foam pads. And we're going to position that down there. So we've got our two beautiful crystal snowflakes. And then next up, I've already got the bling box out. I'm going to grab a couple of bling stones. I'm going to put a big one in the middle of there. And one of those in the middle of there. Okay. And then we're going to add, the jewels just with some tweezers. This one here as well. So these look absolutely fab. We're then going to take in our beautiful embossed background and we're going to add these snowflakes over the top like so. So what I'm going to do is I've got some silver thread here. Okay, and we're going to kind of hang the snowflakes. So I've got a little foam pad on the back. So I'm going to stick one about there. And I'll just grab a little foam pad to go on the back of here. Just give me 2 seconds. Just get that nicely lined up. And a little foam pad just over the top there. And then we will take that one off. And then we're going to do the same again. I might put a double layer of foam pads on this one. I'm feeling adventurous. So we'll go for it. So then we're going to put this one. It's going to hang a little bit lower. So again, I'm just popping that little bit of silver thread there. And then I'm going to take that, stick that there. And again, pull it up nice and tight. And then wrap that round the back. And then I'll just use a little foam pad to fix that into place. Okay, so then we're going to foam pad the back of here. Okay, pop these in the bin. Let's try and keep tidy as we go. So we'll take the back off here. So really carefully. It's a little bit easier when all of the elements are nice and dry when you're crafting at home. And then we'll pop that onto there. Okay. And then I've stolen a sentiment from Santa's workshop. This is from the Making a List set, I think. And it is just Christmas wishes. It was just a nice little sentiment. So I'm going to stick that one on there. I've then got some little bows that I've tied from the thread. And I'm going to position those down at the top here. Okay. And then I'm going to take a little jewel. I'm going to add 3 little jewels just down here. So 3 little blobs of glue. I'm going to take 3 little jewels from the bling box. There we go. And that one would then be your finished card. So that's just using some of the elements out of the kit. So that's using the Crystal Snowflake 3D embossing folder, the Snowflake Border 3D embossing folder, the bling box, and the beautiful paper pad. So that would be your finished card. So that is my first little demo using the Winter Wonderland collection. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this one. I'll see if I can pop it in on the other camera. Just then it might be a little bit easier for you all to see. Let me just get it lined up. There we go. There we go. So you can see how lovely that then looks. Really quick and easy to do though. And I think those 3D embossing folders do make it nice and easy for your Christmas cards too. So that one is using the Crystal Snowflake, the Snowflake Border embossing folder, and the paper pads as well. And the ink pads and things, a lot of you will probably already have in your stash. The same with the glitters. It was like, we don't really need to bring you more silver, more crystallinery type glitters. So we thought you might as well use what you've already got in your stash. But it's a really, really lovely project. Nice and easy to make too. So that is the first card done. So what I'll do is I'll pop the little graphic in for the I Need It All collection. Now again, with the I Need It All collection, of course, if you want to go for everything, you can do. If you want to pick and choose, you can do that too. All of the products will be listed on the website from 6 p.m. this evening. So I'm going to get the bits out for the next demo. Let me pop the graphic in. There we go. And I will be back with you all in a moment. Right, okay then. So next up, we are going to be making an on the edge poinsettia card. So I thought this would be something a little bit different to show you and to kind of explain the concept of how the dies work. So within the die set, I'm going to take those two off because they don't come with this particular one. Within the die set, you are going to get your 2 edger dies and then your panel one in the middle. So with the poinsettia, you can use this poinsettia one to cut into your card if you want to create like a beautiful design. There's a project that Christine's done actually that does just that. It's this one here. So you can see how she's cut that one into the card. Or you can use it, you could use both the edges together to cut that piece out. Or you can use it to cut away on the edge of your card like I'm going to show you how to do now. So I'm going to take my die first and I'm going to just tape it down into place. So I'm going to tape this just down, like so. And then I'm going to take the coordinating edger and pop that into place. I've picked the wrong edger up there. There we go. So I'm going to pop that down into place. And I'd just like to leave a little bit of a border just across the edge. And then we're going to tape that one down as well. So we're going to use our Gemini machine again. Now what I've found with this one is, firstly, you need to remember to open out your card blank. You just want to cut through the one side. Secondly, I added in my magnetic shim when I die cut this one. So I'm using my base plate, my magnetic shim, my plastic shim, my card, and then my cutting plate on the top. And through we go. And then we'll grab that at the other side when it's done. And there we go. So then you can see the design has cut out beautifully. So what we're then going to do is take the die away. Take that one away as well. And then you can see how you've got that lovely on the edge die cut. You've got all of that lovely detailing in there as well, with the beautiful debossing in the holly leaves and the poinsettia leaves as well. You can see how gorgeous that then looks. So what I've then done is taken that one and I've glittered just on the little holly leaves, and I've already done this just to make sure that it was dry when I showed you this project today. So I've gone in, let me lift this back up a little bit again, it's just got a bit squished in my prep box. There we go. So you can see how I've just glittered the leaves with a little bit of crystal crushed glitter. So what we're going to do now is take our scissors and we're going to snip this piece away. Like so. So that then gives you your on the edge card. So I've then taken one of the beautiful papers from the paper pad. This is the blue kind of snowy foiled one. I'm going to take a little bit of Dry's Clear PVA glue and just pop that on the back, like so. And then we're going to stick that down on the inside of the card. Like so. So then you can see how it gives you this lovely 3D effect. So I'm going to lift these little leaves of the poinsettia. There we go. So we're just going to work around lifting all of those little leaves up. Okay, and then I've taken a little leftover strip of that lovely patterned paper and I'm going to just trim that down and stick that to the front of the card. So just a little bit of glue on the back. And then we're going to put that just down here. And just stick that down, and then we're going to trim away any excess. So nice and easy to do. There we go. I've then got a piece of white sheer ribbon. So I'm going to take that and I'm just going to tie a knot about in the centre of that lovely paper there. And just snip away any excess. And there we go. So you can see how that is looking there. And then what I've done is within the Wonderland Poinsettia set, so there's two options for this. Within the Wonderland Poinsettia, the medium and the small actually fit the dies, fit the design on the edge die. Or if you just wanted to go for the on the edge die, you can recut this and then just snip between the little petals to give you the full flower. So the decision's yours. I've taken the little Wonderland Poinsettia die and I've die cut out some extra flowers from the patterned paper. So what we're then going to do is just add a little bit of shape to these, so you can pinch them however you like. Okay, and then we're going to pop a little bit of glue just in the middle. Stick that one down there. And then the same again. So I'm just twisting and offsetting the petals so it gives you that three-dimensional effect. A little bit of glue there. And then we'll stick that one there. And then I've got a little small one that I'm going to pop in the middle. So again, just working round, adding that little bit of dimension. Stick that one into the centre, and then we're going to do the same with the smaller one. So I'm going to just stick this one down flat like this, and then the next one I'm going to just add that little bit of shape and dimension. A little bit of glue in the middle. Stick that one down there, and then we're going to do the same at the top here. Layer this one up. So we're just going to work around adding a little bit of shape and dimension to those petals, And I'm going to add a blob of glue into the middle, and then we're going to stick that down there. We've then got our lovely bling box. So I'm going to go with some of these pretty blue ones, I think. So we're going to add a couple of little bling stones into the middle of the flowers. So just a little blob of glue just in the centre, like this. And then we're going to stick that there. And then we're going to take some tweezers. They are not the tweezers that I wanted. We have a little look in this little thing. These ones are better. There we go. So then we can just stick that down onto there. So you can see how that is then looking. And then stolen that little Christmas wishes stamp again. So I'm going to stick that just on a little bit of a foam pad. Stick that there. And then we're going to take a little bow that I've already tied and just stick that over the top. So we are then going to use a little glue dot, just makes it nice and easy for me to stick this one down. Little glue dot on the back of there. Stick that down, and then I'm going to take one of the same little jewels and I'm going to stick that into the middle of the bow. And that would then be your finished project using the on the edge die. So you've got a couple of different options there as to how you would like to use this one, whether you'd just like to use the on the edge die, or if you go for everything and you would like to use the extra poinsettia, of course you can do as well. It does mix and match absolutely beautifully together. So that is your second demo, and that is using the On the Edge poinsettia die set, which is a lovely one. It's really nice. And again, if you just want to pick and choose from this collection, you can do. The elements are obviously all designed and are going to work perfectly together. But yeah, there's just a lot of different things that you can be doing with this collection. So I'm just going to get this all stuck back together here, just onto my little magnetic sheet. And then I'll pop the card in on the other camera so you can have a little bit of a close-up. I'm just moving all of my stuff out the way because it's all in the way of the camera at the moment. So here we go. There we go. And then if I pop this one in, there we go. You can see how beautiful that little card is. But dead easy to make, like so quick and easy. And you're going to be able to create that. It's great for using up some of your scraps as well, to be honest. Because we all keep little bits of extra paper, don't we? But cutting those flowers out of your patterned papers works so well. Right then. So that one is using your poinsettia on the edge die set. So I'm going to pop a little selection of card samples in for you to have a little look at. And then I've got another demo that I'm going to get ready for, which is using the ice skate stamp set. So let me pop the graphic in first and I will get ready for my... Right then. So we are going to get started, and I'm going to make a card using the ice skate next. So I'm going to show you how this one works. So I've got a piece of aquamarine pearl card first up, and I'm going to take my little ice skate die. So these are all the little elements that you're going to get in the die set. So of course you've got the lovely ice skate, you've got the little topper, and then you've got the little elements as well. So some of these die cut out the stamps, some of them the little boat and the swirl are just standalone. Then on the stamp set, you get the little patterns for your ice skate. And you also get your snowflakes, you get your holly leaves, you get your Merry Christmas, your Snow Much Fun as well on there. So I'm going to show you some different ways that you can use this one. I've also got some that I've already pre-prepped and done. So we are kind of good to go with those ones because I thought then I can show you a couple of different techniques. So to get started, we are going to take a little bit of aquamarine pearl card. So I'm going to just trim a little bit off here because we don't need a big piece. I'm going to take our die, so I'm going to place my die down, and again I'm going to take it into place just onto my card there. I'm just going to use my little Gemini Junior plates to cut this one out because it's nice and easy. It's just a smaller die. So what we are then going to do is we're going to take that die, we're going to pop it in the sandwich, and we're going to run that through the Gemini. She says my plates are really bent, so let's try that way instead. There we go. So we'll run that through the Gemini, and then we'll grab that at the other side. Okay. There it is. Oh, where's that gone there? So then you can see that is your lovely ice skate all die cut out. I'm going to just push the little holes through and then hold this up so that you can see what it looks like. If I hold that up to the camera, you can see all of the beautiful detailing you've got in there. So you've got like the 4 stitching around the heel and just around the top here. And then you've got the holes so that you can lace it up. So I'm going to die cut a second one, and then I can show you a couple of different ways that you can use the stamps with this one. So I'm going to take the die, and I'm going to pop that down, and I'm going to pop that down onto here, and we're going to run that through the Gemini. And I'm going to take that out the other side, and we're going to take our little tweezers and just push the little holes through. And then if we hold that up, you can see how beautiful that then looks again. So we've got 2 little ice skates die cut out there. And like I say, I've got these ones here that I've already kind of pre-prepped, so because I wanted the glitter to be dry, ready to stick them together. But I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that you can use these. So, for example, say we take the little Snow Much Fun sentiment. So this actually fits across the bottom of the ice skate like so. So if I take this one, we lift that off, and I want my little anti-static bag, and there it is, my clear embossing pad. Put that in my next little demo box. There it is. So we can take our little anti-static bag, just give that a little dust over, and then we can take our ink pad, ink up that stamp. So this one says Snow Much Fun. And then we can take that and we can just stamp that. You can decide where you want it on the ice skate. I'm going to stamp that about there. Lift that off. And then if we take a little bit of scrap paper, and I'll use polished silver superfine because it's quite a fine little kind of sentimenty stamp. Tap away the excess. And then you can see how you have got your little Snow Much Fun stamped across the front there. So I heat this up. I'm going to use my heat tool. There we go. So you can see how you can stamp and emboss the little bits of text onto the ice skate. Okay. Another little technique that we can be doing is we can pick another one of the patterns. So say I take this snowflake one, for example, and they look a little bit random on the stamp set. The other thing you want to make sure is your stamp's nice and relaxed. You don't want to pull your stamp onto your block, otherwise you'll pull it out of shape. So maybe it's even just pop it down onto your mat and pick it up that way, okay, onto your block. So we're going to take a little bit of aquamarine card for this one again. We're going to ink up that stamp, and then we're going to position this down and press. So we want to hover. I'm really trying not to get my roots in on camera here, but we will certainly try. So we're going to hover and then press. It's a little bit easier if you're directly above it. So I'm going to pop that down onto here. Then we'll grab our scrap paper in, and we're going to take our embossing powder. So I'm using Silver Bells, which again is a beautiful one to go with this collection. It's a nice little holographic silver. And then we'll tap away the excess and then heat this up. There we go. So if I hold that up to the camera, you can see we've got that lovely kind of holographic silver embossing. So what I've then done is I've taken my Dries Clear PVA glue and I've taken the Sleigh Bells glitter, which was from the Santa's Workshop collection from this year. And then I've just gone in with this one here and taken my glue and just glittered kind of the blade of the ice skate. So it's dead easy to be able to follow. But you can just go along with your Dries Clear PVA, infilling the bottom of the skate. And sprinkle over your glitter, and that then gives you this fantastic kind of blingy effect. Really, really lovely. So I'm going to pop that to one side. I'm going to put this back into the jar here. And then I'm going to take, I want my little dustpan there just to get rid of that extra little bit of glitter there. There we go. Right then. So we are then going to take some thread. So I bought this kind of, it's like a white string but with silver over the top from Amazon, but it's not great to be honest. So what I tend to do is just trim a bit off and then strip the silver off it, because it just gets in the way otherwise. So a little bit of glue, and what I like to do is just roll the end of the string between my finger and thumb, and it just kind of bonds the fibres together a little bit, because it is a little bit tricky sometimes to kind of get this into place. So again, this would be a lot easier if your glue was dry. So I'm going to take a little bit of tape. I'm using low tack. Ordinarily I'd use like just normal sticky tape to tape that into place, but it's in the other unit next door. So then all I'm going to do is just take this string and just thread it through the holes. Dead easy to do. And you just kind of thread this through. And the holes are a nice size so that it's not kind of too difficult. Just keep going. Trying really hard not to smudge that glitter. There we go. And you can see how you can just lace these up. Adding this on. And we can take that and just add a little bit of tape, maybe at the back. Like this. And we can just stick that down. Okay, and then if I flip that over, you can see how we've got the little boot all nicely laced up. So, what I'm then going to do is, on the die set, you've got this little piece here, okay, which is like the topper of the boot. So what you can then do is just take a little bit of white card. Here I go, raking through the bin. There we go, a little bit of white card. And we'll take our plates back in and we're just going to die cut this out. So, you'd need to do 2 of these, but I've already got these done. So, you're going to pop that into your little sandwich, die cut these out. And again, we've given you this little bit, so you can either cover it with the fur if you want to. Or if you want to maybe use one of the white glitters, like, oh my word, what's it called? It's the one I always get the name wrong. Dazzling.
All that glistens.
All that glistens, that's the one. It's not all that dazzles, it's all that glistens. Which is like a snowy effect embossing powder. But that one works great for doing like a snowy effect on the top of the boots. So we can then take this piece out. Okay, so if you wanted to, you could kind of pop your glitter on and stick this on the top. Or you can do what I'm going to do now, which is take a little bit of faux fur. This one that I'm using here is from the range. We've also had one from Amazon as well that worked fine. So you take a little bit of that faux fur. This is so messy, by the way. I'm going to just trim a little bit off the back here. Like that. And then this is where I turn into a bit of a hairdresser. I would not want me to cut my hair, I'll be honest. So I then take my scissors and just kind of snip in. Like this, just to give it, because otherwise it looks too harsh, the line, and I don't like it. I want it to look like fluffy. So just give it a little trim with the point of your scissors. There we go. And then you can see how that gives it that kind of more organic, a bit more natural effect. So then if we flip that over, I'm going to take a little bit of Dry's Clear PVA. It's going to go onto the back. And then we're going to stick that down and just give it a little second to grab. And then we can just take our scissors and just trim around the shape. So, I like to go a little bit above to start with. And then I kind of just slide in with my scissors, and you just want to mess the top bit up a little bit, like this. A little bit more trimming. There we go. Okay. And that is then how you would create the little furry topper. And just go in and just trim. I don't like to see any of the fabric, I'm a bit fussy like that. But that then creates the little fluffy topper for your boot. So I've got my 2 boots that are dry here. And all I've done is just added some little jewels into the middle of the snowflakes. And then I've got my little fluffy topper bits that are also dry. And I'm going to use a little foam pad just to stick these down. So just a little bit of just snip that away, and I'm going to take that and pop that onto here like so. And I'm going to take this piece and do the same again, and that will then get stuck onto the top of our little boot. So look at it, it looks so cute. So those are our little ice skates that are all done there. So I'm going to pop those to one side, and then for my base card, because I wanted to try and get as many demos in as I could today, and we've done really well getting 3 in, yay. So I've done all of my mats and layers previously. So I've taken a piece of the lovely foiled paper again, and I've just matted that onto a piece of white and edged it with Crystal Crush. Then we're just going to peel the backs off of these. And then we're going to stick that down onto our A5 card blank. Next up, I've taken our A5 snowflake rectangles and I've die cut that out from white. Glittered the snowflakes and popped one of the beautiful papers into the middle. And I'm going to peel the backs off there. And I'm going to stick that down onto my card here, like so. And then I'm going to take, I've got my sentiment, which I've already stamped and embossed. So I've used the Sent with warmest thoughts and best wishes for a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year. I've just embossed that one in polished silver super fine. So take the backs off of here. I don't know why I've put so many foam pads on that particular layer. That's excessive even for me, that. So we'll pop that onto here. And then we've got our two little snow boots, which I'm going to put down at the bottom here. But what I like to do is, I think it looks really cute if you like loop them with a bit of a ribbon. So what I'll do, stick my ribbon on the back, like that. And then a little bit more foam on here. I'll just snip that away from in there. So we're going to take our finished card in. I'm making this look really difficult here and it's not. I'm just trying to do it to show you without getting my head in the way. So how am I going to do this? Stick that one about there. I'm not going to fully press it down. Then we'll loop that and then have that one about there. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. So then I'm going to take that and stick that about there. And we'll use a little bit of foam just on the back, like that. Trim that bit of ribbon away. I'm going to trim a little bit more off there. There we go. Oops. Chucking the foam pads on the floor now. And then we'll take a little bit of foam onto there. Okay. And then we're going to just loop that round. Like that. Okay, and then I'm going to stick that down with a little bit of a glue dot. Just to hold that in place. The bit of ribbon that is. So if we put a little glue dot there, and then if we stick that there, stick that there, and then I've taken a little bow that I've tied with this one. I'm going to take that. This is just like some silvery ribbon that I had in my craft box. I'm going to put that at the top there, and then I'm going to take a little sparkler. So take one of these. These are the 12mm ones. I'm going to put a little glue dot just on the back. Okay, and I'm going to stick that down onto there. And then we can show you that one there is the finished card. So again, really nice, quick and easy to do. Using lots of different elements of the kit. So we've used the snowflake stamp and not the snowflake, oh my word, the ice skate stamp and die set. We've used one of the beautiful new sentiments. Again, these look awesome for the insides of your cards as well. We have actually done some little videos that will be going up on socials that are showing you how to do your inserts. So really nice and easy. We've used the beautiful paper pad as well, and we've used some of the elements that you might already have in your box too. So we've used the A5 snowflakes, and we've used some of the Crystal Crush glitter as well. So let me see if I can pop it in on the other camera. I'm just, again, moving all of my stuff out of the way. It's really hard when you try to do this on a camera, because it's sometimes a little bit hard to kind of to show. Let me stand that back. No, that's not going to work down there. I think that's probably going to be as good as we're going to get on the Chloe cam. So there we go. That would then be your little finished project using the ice skate stamp and die set. So again, you can see we've taken like the concept of the ice skate that we had a couple of years ago, and we've had some serious emails about kind of not doing a die with it. But the thing is, when we first did the ice skate stamp set, dies weren't really a thing. It was just a stamp. So with this one, we thought let's base it more so around the die, but try and make it a little bit more interchangeable so you can use it in different ways, use the different patterns. Again, if you just want to use your patterned papers with it as well, you can be doing that too. So that is the final kind of demo for today. So what I'm thinking is I can maybe show you some of the finished samples that we've done with this particular kit. So let me pop this camera in. There we go. You can see me while I tidy up. So I'll just clear a little bit of space, and then what I'm going to do is I will show you some of the lovely finished samples, because Christine's done some gorgeous ones, Becca has. I've done some cards with this one as well. So we've got lots of inspiration to show you. Glynis has done some as well, but they're actually away getting photographed today. So Glynis's will be up on the blog very soon. She's done them different as well, actually, different colours, so it'll give you a different idea as to what you can do with the kit. Lots and lots of versatility. And again, if you maybe don't want to go for the full collection, you can mix and match and just choose little elements too. And that's what I've kind of tried to do with the demos, is show you like a smaller collection of products and how they work together too. So let me pop that down there. Actually, I might show you as well. And before I tidy up, I'm going to show you something else too. I'm going to put the overhead in because I really want to show you that lovely, this little stamp and die set, the Starry Accents, because I feel like this is going to get overlooked by all of the other lovely elements, but it's such a useful stamp set. So I've been rooting about in the scrap drawer and I've grabbed a couple of pieces of lapis lazuli pearl card, and I'm going to use my little acrylic block, and I'm going to take one of the stamps, and I just want to show you how this stamps and embosses. So I'm going to use my little anti-static bag first, and then I'll take my ink pad and I'm going to use some Silver Bells embossing powder. So Silver Bells, again, really nice one to go with this collection. I'd say Silver Bells, polished silver super fine, metallic silver super fine, metallic silver sparkle, silver dollar. Any of the silvers goes beautifully with this one too. So I'm going to take my clear embossing ink pad and I'm going to ink up the stamp. Okay, there's white fur all over now after that last demo. I'm going to place that down and press. We've got lots of demos actually as well that we've already recorded. You'll notice that there's some due to go up kind of on YouTube and things too. So I'm just going to stamp a couple there, and then I'll take my scrap paper. I'm going to cover that with my Silver Bells. I feel like that white fur's all over now. I feel like it's tickling my face. There we go. And we'll tap away the excess. Okay, I'm going to leave it on the paper because I'm going to keep going. So if I keep stamping this stamp, she says, there we go. A little bit there. And re-ink. I'm breaking all the rules. I'm going ink to stamp and everything. Right, there we go. Sprinkle that over. I'm going to just keep working down, get rid of my grubby fingerprints from over there. I'm just going to keep going, inking this up. So again, if you are on our mailing list, the email will be going out tonight with all of the launch details. All of the individual product pricing as well will be in the on the email. You'll be able to click through the website and see everything from 6 p.m. tonight. I've got the lookbook all done that's on the website as well. That'll go up at 6. We've got loads of YouTube demos coming. There's loads of blog posts coming. So seriously, there is a lot of inspiration coming your way with this collection. So I've just randomly stamped that all over the background. And this is like one of those stamps that is going to end up, oh, I've got a fingerprint on there. It's going to end up living on your craft desk because it's so useful. So just take a little paintbrush and brush that bit away. Right, so I'm going to heat this up now. Ooh, heat this up now. So heat gun at the ready. We go, and then if it opens a little bit over there, it's really hard because the lights are so bright in here. There we go. Then if we hold that up, can you see how beautiful and magical that looks? So even if you are not maybe a fan of making Christmas cards, even with kind of like fairy and magical stamps, this would look absolutely amazing. It almost looks like a little galaxy. I absolutely love it. But imagine if you'd done like a pixie powder or brush or background and then stamped this over the top. It would look amazing. So I'll show you a couple of different elements from this stamp set because seriously, I am obsessed with it. This part here, I'm going to just explain how you can use things, how it came about in my kind of mind. So this little one here, you can link up to do across the top and across the bottom of your card. Denise just asking, how come your heat gun is not warping your craft mat? I'm kind of wafting it about, and I'll be honest, this craft mat is actually stuck to the desk because when we have the overhead camera, it's really hard for me to kind of, I move it all the time basically, causes chaos, but anyway. So, I'm going to take the stamp, so this is the biggest one out of the set, ink it up, and then we'll stamp this across the top, so you can stamp it like this. And then imagine this is a bigger bit of card, okay? You have to use a little bit of creativity here, everyone. And then line that up. Stop there. And then we can take that. So you can line it up across the top and bottom of your card. And then say we use, let's go polished gold. Okay. Oh, I've spilled loads of that on my mat. This is because I'm getting panicked now. I'm starting to rush. So... and then I'm going to take this one. I'm going to get rid of my grubby fingerprint yet again. That's it. I started with the wrong demo today, didn't I? All the inks. Okay. So I'm going to heat this up. And we're off. There we go. You can see that's starting to turn now. And then if you wanted, you could add a little bit of some jewels into here and some glitter. And there we go. But it's like the similar patterns that are in the paper card. So you can then start to use this to create your own backgrounds. But look at how pretty that looks. Okay. And then if I chop that little bit off. Where's my glitter gone? Okay. Chop that little bit off. And then... actually, I'm just thinking as well, the cards I've made, I'll pop in with the orders. Becca, let's remember to take them out of here today, but I'll pop them in with the orders for the for any of the Winter Wonderland products. So we'll pop them on any orders that are placed over the next few days. We'll spread them out. So then this is another little stamp that's in there. Okay, so you can use this, and I love doing this. Just building up your own little backgrounds. So you can just work your way around, stamping like this. Do it quite randomly, as random as you want. And then we'll re-ink this. I can see, I've noticed as well, sorry, I'm not ignoring your comments, it's just the way it comes up on my iPad, it's very confusing at the minute. I don't know why it's doing it. I need to have a look into it really. But basically it repeats the comments all the time for some reason. They keep going round in a circle. But I noticed that a few of you were asking about Stamp Along. It's something that I would love to get back to, but at the moment we've been busy doing the Christmas. I've been busy on the website, so we've not had chance, but I'll certainly make a note of that and maybe add that in for something for the future. Because it would be great to get back to them. There's just quite a bit of work involved from our side because we need to prep the PDF demo and the project sheet and everything first before we can even kind of promote the stamp along, if that makes sense. But what we have already done is we've already filmed loads of videos that are going up on YouTube with this collection. So you'll see those start to be scheduled over the next few days. So I'm going to go in with my heat tool. And again, heat this up. So you can see how you can start to build up your own little backgrounds. Ignore my inky fingerprints across the bottom. But you can see how lovely that is there. Okay, so that's just using this one. And where's my other little bit that I've done? Lost it. Did another little background. There it is. So you can see this kind of effect that you can do. And I think the lapis lazuli pearl card, I have to say, it looks super magical on. But this is the kind of effect that you can be creating just with that little A6 stamp set. And honestly, I absolutely love it. It's one of those stamps that's just going to live on your desk, because when you think, oh, I want to make something today, don't know what to make, you can start just making some backgrounds, and then the other bits and pieces, you can save these and use them on another project. With any of like your star die cuts, these are going to look fab. It's just one of those stamp sets that's going to be super duper useful. But I'm worried that it's going to get overlooked by all of the other kind of bigger elements of the set, if that makes sense. But on its own, it's absolutely beautiful. So that's the starry element. So I'll pop that to one side. Let me pop the other camera back in. Just give me 2 seconds. And there we go. Wrong camera. There we go. Right, I'll have a quick just a little tidy round. And yeah, thank you all so much for joining me today. Of course, this little video will go up on Facebook and on YouTube, so you can catch up at your own leisure. And what I'll try and do, actually, because I know a few of you are saying that YouTube's freezing, when I get home tonight, I will try to download the one off Facebook. Seems like Facebook stays up to date. It's normally the other way around. And I'll re-upload it onto YouTube, if that makes sense. So then hopefully it'll be uninterrupted. Okay then. So, Winter Wonderland will be available on our website at 6 PM tonight. Let me grab the collection just to show you. There we go. So here we go. I'll run through it super duper quickly, but I am mindful of time. So I'm going to really quickly run through this. Right then. Inspiration sheet. This will be going in with all of the orders, so you'll get some ideas and a little project on the back. Scan the QR code with your phone as well, and it'll take you to the playlist on YouTube. You are going to get the Winter Wonderland tree border stamp and die set, the Wonderland pancetta stamp and die set, the handwritten Merry Christmas stamp and die set, the Winter Wonderland ice skate stamp and die set, the On the Edge pancetta die set, the On the Edge snowflake border die set, the Crystal Snowflake 3D embossing folder and metal die set. Seriously, put this one in your basket. Love it. Absolutely love it. And like I say, I've got loads more ideas with this, like already designed, and I'm super excited, but I'm waiting to see if you like it first. So please, I really hope that you do. Next up, we've got Winter Wonderland Snowflake Border 5x7 3D embossing folder. Next up, we've got 2 little A7 sentiment stamps. We've got Warmest Thoughts and Best Wishes and Wonderful Christmas. Amazing for the front or the inside of your cards. Winter Wonderland Starry Accents. I feel like I've just told you exactly why you need this one. Honestly, absolutely love it. Fantastic for techniques. Looks amazing as well, actually. Stamp, emboss it, and then add, go in with your blending brush, add a little bit of ink just in behind where it's embossed. Oh, looks beautiful. Next up, Winter Wonderland Snowflake Border DL stamp. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, just stamped and embossed. Lapis lazuli pearl card, silver embossing powder. Stunning. Winter Wonderland 8x8 foiled paper pad. So turquoises, blues, white, silver. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I feel like we've got like a little flick through recorded of that as well already. The Festive Foliage Foiled Acetate. Again, you are going to love this. You are going to use this so much. Amazing glittered with your Sparklicious glitters. I feel like we need to do another video but focus more on this because honestly, amazing. You'll love it. Snowflake Flurry Printed Vellum as well. You get that in the I Need It All collection. 50 beautiful sheets of vellum. And the bling box. Comes in a little cardboard box like this, but I've got one that's open. So you can see the colours are all beautiful turquoises and blues. So that is your I Need It All collection. Again, all of the elements are available individually as well, so you can pick and choose whatever you would like to go for. But the I Need It All collection is amazing value. So I'll quickly pop the graphic in for that. So individually it would all be £208.84. But for the I Need It All bundle price, you will get it for £167. And that is the I Need It All collection. It is huge. It is quite possibly, I don't think it's quite the biggest Christmas collection we've done, but it's pretty close. So yes, that is Winter Wonderland. Whew. So thank you all so much for joining me. I need a cup of tea now after that. But thank you all so much for joining me. I really hope that you have enjoyed today's Facebook Lives. We've got loads of finished card samples photographed that will be going up on Facebook, Instagram, all the normal places, website, blog, lookbook, so many places now. But yes, they will all be going up very soon. The full collection will be available to buy from 6 p.m. tonight. That's UK time as well, because I know we sometimes get a couple of questions about that. So it'll be in around 2 hours and 20 minutes time that it'll be going up on the website. So you can hop on over to www.chloescreativecards.co.uk and you'll be able to shop from 6 p.m. this evening. You can shop anytime, but this particular collection won't be on until 6 o'clock. If you haven't done so already, please do hit like for Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You will never miss out on any inspiration then too. And sign up for our email newsletter on the website and you will get all of the launch details sent directly to your inbox. Thank you all so much for joining me and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye!